أرجو رضاك يا الله أنت الرحيم يا هبني عطاك يا الله أنت الكريم منك العطاء يا
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Dear brothers and sisters, Alhamdulillah, all praise due to Allah Almighty, who gives us life, and He is the only one who will take our life. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us a good ending. Ameen. Brothers and sisters, we have been talking about the importance of Zikr. We've been talking about the adab of Zikr, and we have explained to you the meaning of Zikr literally and religiously. And now we are going into the best way of Zikr. Now, as a Muslim, we have always been reminded by Allah and our Prophet ﷺ to be the best. And that's why there was one Zikr the Prophet ﷺ reminded us, taught us to recite, whether we can do it in our prayer before the end of the shahud, before you give salam, or you can do it after your prayer. And that zikr is not very long, very short zikr, but it's very, very important and very educational. And the zikr is, Allahumma a'inni ala dhikrika wa shukrika wa husni ibadatik. Now, this zikr, I believe all of us have been making this zikr, been reciting this zikr, have memorized this zikr. We have discussed about this zikr maybe once upon a time, but zikr is something that is good for us to remind ourselves again and again, whether we are doing the right thing, whether we are doing in the right place, and whether we understand what we have been asking Allah. This zikr, Allahumma a'inni ala zikrika wa shukrika wa husni ibadatik, is to remind us, even you are going to remember Allah, you are doing zikr, something that is good, but you still have to ask Allah for help, for guidance. That's why we say, Allahumma a'inni ala zikrika. Oh Allah, help me. We must ask Allah for help. Help us to remember Him in the best manner, best way. It's like how important when we want to eat, we look for the best food, the best restaurant. When you want to drink, you try to look for the best drink that have nutrition for us, not just a drink for the sake of drinking. And also you ask Allah also when you want to have a partner in your life, a wife, a husband, you choose the best partner. You want to have the best house, the best transportation. If you are going to work, you want to work in the best working area, with the best company, everything best. And that's why we are the best ummah. So even when you do make zikr, you want to do the best zikr. What is the best zikr? Of course, the best zikr is from Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Again, I remind myself and all the good brothers and sisters, the best zikr is the zikr that Prophet had taught us, and Allah command us to follow him, not follow anyone else. Why I say this again and again, because on and off you come across people introducing their own zikr, people introducing their form of zikr. They become the founder of a new form of zikr. We don't have to follow them. Even a lot of people is doing it, and people start to shake their body when they make zikr, left and right, left and right. You don't have to do that. There are people who even jump when making zikr. They go into trance. What is happening? Zikr is to remember Allah, remember who you are. Now they are in trance. They forget who they are. They go crazy. And sometimes people just love that kind of zikr. They say, oh, these people have reached a maqam, a level that they are so close to God, now they forget themselves. How can a zikr make you forget who you are? Cannot. That kind of zikr is not from the Prophet. None of the companion of the Prophet make a kind of zikr jumping and go crazy. No. The people say, because we don't understand. These people zikr with the heart, with the spirit. No. The Prophet zikr is the best. Never once the Prophet made zikr until he forgot himself. That he's jumping, he's running, screaming. No. Zikr brings peace. Ala bi zikrillahi tatma'in al-qulub. Allah said, by remembering Allah, you have peace in your heart. Your heart rests. Zikr always make you very rest, very relaxed, not get out of control. You have seen that sometimes in the YouTube too. You've seen people making zikr, they go crazy, running here and there, like children. But they are not children, they are adults. What is happening to us? Why are we caught into that kind of zikr? Maybe this belongs to other religion, other people who are not Muslim. They have their own way of chanting. We don't have to follow them. They go into trance, they dance sometimes. We don't do that. Our zikr is very simple. To the extent that the Prophet don't even want us to use the tasbih. Just use your finger. So even zikr, like what I said, the best zikr is the Prophet said, La ilaha illallah. You don't have to cut here and cut there, no need. There's no zikr that the Prophet said, illallah, illallah, illallah. No. Even Allah called you to remember His name, but Allah did not call us to just call His name Allah, 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 Allah all the time. You must say something other than Allah. Subhanallah, Alhamdulillah, wa la ilaha illallah, Allahu Akbar. You must complete the zikr. Don't pick and choose one kalima here, and then you keep on chanting that kalima, like the Asma al-Husna, the beautiful name of Allah. It's for you to memorize, to understand the meaning, and to have faith and implement the meaning of the Asma'illah wa Sifatillah in your daily life. Allah, the all-knowing, all-seeing, all-powerful, all-merciful, all-forgiving. So you can feel, so that you become merciful to other people, you are forgiving. No? And so you remember Allah is watching you, Allah is listening to you. That kind of awareness. Not by just picking one attribute of Allah, sifat of Allah, or one beautiful name of Allah, and keep on chanting. Ya Rahman, Ya Rahman, Ya Rahman, Ya Rahman, Ya Rahman. You know the Prophet never taught any of the companions to make that type of zikr. So the best way is follow the way of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wa sallam. No doubts about that. Because the Prophet cannot go wrong. He's the closest to Allah. And his zikr is the best. And at the same time, the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam do not encourage us to raise up our voice unnecessarily performing zikr, unless you have the intention to educate the public who do not know how to make zikr. You can teach them. Say, after prayer, I give you an example. After salah, each prayer, the fardu prayer, the Prophet do conduct certain kind of zikr. And mashallah, I'm just sharing with you what the Prophet recite, and see what we have been reciting. The Prophet ﷺ, after each fard prayer, he just said, Astaghfirullah, Astaghfirullah, Astaghfirullah. I'm just sharing with you what the Prophet recite. The istighfar, only Astaghfirullah. How about our istighfar? We have our own way. Astaghfirullah al-azim, allazi la ilaha illa huwa al-hayyul qayyum, wa atubu ilayh. We have our own way. Now there is nothing wrong to make that kind of istighfar, but not after the fardu prayer. The fardu prayer, the way of istighfar is very simple. Astaghfirullah, Astaghfirullah, Astaghfirullah. Not Astaghfirullah al-azim, not Astaghfirullah al-azim, allazi la ilaha illa huwa al-hayyul qayyum wa atubu ilayh. You have that kind of istighfar, but not after the fardu. You must know the place, how to have the istighfar, the complete istighfar, and when to say just astaghfirullah. I'm just sharing with you, brother and sister, the way our Prophet does it. If you don't believe what I say, just go back to the book of hadith, the Azkar, Hisnul Muslim. You have all the authentic hadith collected in Sahih Bukhari, Sahih Muslim, the way the Prophet makes zikr. It's not something that I create. It's not something that we should create our own way of zikr. Then the Prophet will say, Allahumma antas salam, wa minkas salam tabarakta, ya jal jalali wal ikram. We also say, Allahumma antas salam, wa minkas salam, but we add other type of salam, then only tabarakta, ya jalali wal ikram. Now why don't we just follow the way of the Prophet? The best way is the way of our Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Inshallah, we'll come back to you after the short break. Alhamdulillah, brothers and sisters, we have been reminding each other about the way of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, because that is the best way. So the same thing that I was quoting earlier, Allahumma antas salam, wa minkas salam, tabarakta, ya jalali wal ikram. Enough. Because that's the way of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Then we make zikr, la ilaha illallah wahdahu la sharika lah, lahul mulku lahul hamd wa huwa ala kulli shay'in qadir. And then you say tasbih, subhanallah, 33 times, alhamdulillah, 33 times, Allahu Akbar, 33 times. And end with la ilaha illallah wahdahu la sharika lah, lahul mulku lahul hamd wa huwa ala kulli shay'in qadir. And make it 100. Then you can recite ayatul kursi. Then you can recite the three kul huwallah, kul a'udhu falaq, kul a'udhu bin nas. Yes, this is a sunnah. But most of us may do more than that. And that's not the way of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. But if there is hadith that support what you are doing, alhamdulillah, no problem, carry on, brother and sister. But if that is not based on any of the sunnah, just another way, somebody introduce it, some scholar introduce it, I would recommend all of us humbly go back to the way of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the best way. Nobody can say that their way is better than the way of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Nobody will have the right to say, what's wrong if I do it in this way? No, no. What's wrong means that you are telling that your way is better. That's why you're so proud with your own way. You're not proud with the way of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. This is very serious matter, brother. It's not a small issue. It's a big issue when you start to feel that your way is better. You love your way. You don't love the way of the Prophet. The Prophet have said, La yu'minu ahadukum hatta hawahu taba'an lima ji'tu bih. You cannot be a true believer until you command, you control your desire to follow what I brought it to you. What the Prophet have taught us, not what we want to do. That's why we ask Allah, Allahumma inni ala zikrika wa shukrika. Even when you want to make shukr to Allah, the best way of shukr is not just lips, alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah. No. You must make shukr to Allah, not only with your lips, but also with your action. Anything that you receive from Allah, alhamdulillah, but you also have something that you must give back. Some come into you, you go and spend it back for Allah. Not just keep on accumulating wealth, alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah. When people ask for donation, na'udzu billah, na'udzu billah. No, 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 I'm getting poorer if I give it to you. No. The more you spend for the right cause, the right reason, Allah will going to pay you back. Allah promised us, وَمَا أَنْفَقْتُ مِنْ شَيْءٍ فَهُوَ يُخْلِفُهُ. Whoever spend in his way, he's going to give it back to us. More than what we can offer to Allah Rabbul Alameen. Especially if you die while doing all this good deed, Allah will give you Jannah. Allahu Akbar, walillahi alhamd. Shukr also, you ask Allah for guidance. Oh Allah, help me how to make shukr. It's like you receive some good news. You're waiting for some good news. Suddenly, you receive some good news. Did the Prophet just say, Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah, Shukrillah? No. He even immediately made sujud shukr. Make sujud shukr. He prostrate to Allah. Down he go to the ground, put his forehead, and make shukr. Thanks to Allah. You see how the way the Prophet showed us the best way of shukr? If you have knowledge, shukr. How do you make shukr? Act upon the knowledge. You must become different than the people who have no knowledge. You must become a better person compared with others who don't have knowledge. And then you must share your knowledge with other people. That's how you make shukr with your knowledge. You have the energy, you use your energy not to boast around. Don't show your muscle to the people, but you use your energy to help the weak one, to do more for Allah, to carry more heavier things for the sake of Allah. That's how you make your shukr. وَحُسْنِ إِبَادَتِكَ وَحُسْنِ إِبَادَتِكَ. And we ask Allah, oh Allah, make us perform the best form of ibadah. Ibadah is a form of zikr. Like prayer, أَقِيمُوا الصَّلَاةَ لِذِكْرِ is a form of zikr. When you want to perform your prayer, you want to have the best prayer. If you perform Jama'ah prayer, you perform the best form of Jama'ah prayer. You must have adab. Even Jama'ah prayer have adab. But a lot of people don't care. As long as I pray, I stand behind the Imam, khalas. Now, the best sadaqah is what? What is the best sadaqah? It's a sadaqah that something that you love more, you are prepared to give. That is the best. And that's why Allah said, لَن تَنَارُوا بِرْ حَتَّى تُنْفِقُوا مِمَّا تُحِبُّونَ. Whatever you do is not considered as bir, good, until you prepare to sacrifice what you love most. That is the best. We want the best from other people. We also should give the best to other people, except we must give the best to other people too. And of course, our intention is for Allah, lillahi ta'ala. Not because we want to show off, no. You want to eat the best food, you also give people the best food. Always you must have a sharing spirit. And husni ibadah also, ibadah is not just prayer. When you are fasting, you perform your fast in the best form of fasting. When you are doing a job for somebody, you give them the best service. Everything you give the best, because it's an act of ibadah. This is just a zikr. But that zikr have a lot of meaning, rich with adab. But a lot of people don't understand. They just make zikr. Allahumma inni ala zikrika, shukrika, husni ibadati. Allahumma inni ala zikrika, shukrika, husni. But when they pray, they give the worst. No? When they do anything, they don't follow the way of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. But they have been asking Allah. I believe that all of us have memorized this zikr, because it's a short one. But how many of us understand the meaning of this zikr? If you understand, how many of us act upon this zikr, that you are asking Allah for help? And Allah called you to follow Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Did we follow the command of Allah to follow the way of our Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam to do the best zikr? No. So what are we going to do now, brother and sister? Are we still want to stick with our way, or we want to follow the way of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam? This is up to you. I am here to just remind all of us. I cannot change you. When you know what I'm telling you, brother and sister, you have to look into it seriously and try to understand. And check. You can check it by yourself. Because you are doing the zikr by yourself. You are doing your own namaz. I'm not there to monitor you. Neither the Prophet is there to monitor. Only Allah is monitoring all of us. Yes, we are under Allah's supervision. Inna Allaha kana alaykum raqiba. Allah said, indeed, He is always monitoring us. We are under His supervision. That one we cannot escape. And that's why the Prophet ﷺ did mention in one of the hadiths in Sahih Muslim, in the day of judgment, Allah had prepared a pond of Akthar. The water from paradise is going to come and gather in one pond. And the Prophet will call all his ummah, come close to this pond and drink the water of Al-Kawthar. Then Allah will forbid some of them. The Prophet will be surprised. This is for my ummah, Ya Allah, and this is my ummah. And the Prophet will be reminded by Allah. But you do not know what they have been doing after your death. They have not following your way. They create a lot of bid'ah. They have their own way. They don't follow your way anymore. They have rejected your way. They belittle your sunnah. They have no respect to your sunnah. And that's why they have no right to drink the water of Al-Kawthar. It's a very serious issue, but don't take the bid'ah lightly, and don't think that by not following the sunnah, the Prophet is no big deal. It is a big deal, because our deed will not be accepted if you don't want to follow the way of the Prophet, the best way that Allah has set for us. Then we are worried. We all, in a day of judgment, our Prophet will be summoned by Allah to be a witness upon all of us, to check upon our ibadah, whether we are doing the right way, whether we are following his way, or we are not doing the right way. And the Prophet is going to be a witness. And he has made it very, very clear. Before he passed away, he reminded us. Again, that is his zikr to us. The saying of the Prophet is a reminder. All is a zikr to remind us what to do, what not to do, to be careful in what you are doing. Because the Prophet do not want all our deeds to go down to the drain. And that's why he said, Man amila amalan. Man amila amalan. Laysa alayhi amruna fahuwa rad. Whoever do an act of worship that is not taught by us, no example from us, will not be accepted, will be rejected. This is the Prophet's warning. His sunnah is not for you to just choose. Sometimes it's better not to do than to do something that is wrong. And that's why the Prophet said, Man amala amila. The Prophet is not talking about people who are not doing it. He is talking about people who are active in doing some sort of ibadah, some form of ibadah. But he makes sure that his ummah remember, Man amila amalan saliha. You must make sure that your amal is amal that is solid, not amalan that is not taught by the Prophet, is not solid. When you don't follow the way of the Prophet, your amal cannot be solid. If not solid, then what is going to happen? What's going to happen? It becomes amal taleh, and at the end of the day, mardud. Prophet said, fahuwa raddun. The Prophet is telling us that it will not be accepted, it will be rejected. And the Prophet will not recognize it and confirm that this is my way. No. The Prophet will say, I have nothing to do with this. He cannot confirm it because it's not his way. So brother and sister, let us humbly come back to Allah. Be humble and submit to Allah by following the way of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wa sallam. Amin ya rabbal alamin. Subhanakallahumma bihamdika ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilaik. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Allahu Allahu ya Rabbi ya Allah. Allahu ya Rabbi ya Allah. محمد رسول الله محمد رسول الله أرجو رضاك يا الله أنت الرحيم يا الله هبني عطاك يا الله أنت الكريم منك العطاء يا الله أنت العظيم يا الله فيك الرجاء يا
Although Christianity doesn't have a single credible source to justify her claims of the crucifixion, she yet continues to propagate her myth. They do this by hiding many of their deceptions behind cleverly designed doctrines. Did you know that Christianity stands or falls at the cross? So how did they do this? Join me for this series called The Cross Question.
Probe the past that proves Christianity in practice is fictitious in The Cross Questioned, every Monday at 11:30 p.m. and repeat telecast at 12:30 p.m. UK on Peace TV.